Good day everyone and welcome to another video tutorial. For today's video, we will be discussing circles determined by three geometric conditions. So what are the different geometric conditions that we are going to discuss today? So circles can be determined by the following geometric conditions. For number 1, we have circles determined by three non-collinear points. Number 2, circles can be determined by a tangent, point of tangency, and a line of center. And number 3, circles can be determined by a circumscribed triangle. So we start with circles determined by three non-collinear points. So ito yung illustration ng circles determined by three non-collinear points. How are we going to find the equation of the circle gamit yung three non-collinear points? So the key idea here is three non-collinear points determine a unique circle. The center of the circle is found at the intersection of the perpendicular bisectors of the triangle formed by 3 points. So kung makikita natin dito sa may graph, meron kang tatlong points. Dun sa may tatlong points na yon, pwede natin silang i-connect. So makaka-form ka ng dalawang line segments. So ang gagawin natin here is kailangan mag-draw ka dito ng perpendicular bisector dun sa may dalawang line segments. And then yung two perpendicular bisectors, yung intersection nila, that will be the center of our circle. Okay, so the following are the steps in finding the equation of circle given three non-collinear points. Number 1, form the two line segments connecting the 3 points as shown a while ago. Number 2, find the midpoint of each segment. Number 3, find the slope of each segment. Number 4, determine the perpendicular slope. Number 5, write equations of perpendicular bisectors. Number 6, solve for the intersection which is the center of the circle with coordinates hk. Number 7, compute the radius. And number 8, write the equation in center radius form. So without further ado, let's discuss our first example. Find the equation of the circle in the center radius form which passes through the points. So given natin P, point P with coordinates 1, -2, point Q with coordinates 5, 4, and point R with coordinates 10, 5. We will also graph the circle. Now let's plot these three non-collinear points in the Cartesian plane. So ito si point P with coordinates 1, -2, point Q with coordinates 5, 4, and point R with coordinates 10, 5. So pagka i-sketch natin yung graph ng circle, ito yung ating circle. So hinahanap natin dito is the equation of the circle. So two things are needed para mahanap natin yung equation of circle, right? Kailangan alam natin yung coordinates ng center and the length of our radius. Now we will apply the key idea na diniscuss kanina. So ang gagawin natin is we will connect these three non-collinear points forming two line segments. Ang target natin dito is makuha natin yung equation ng perpendicular bisector na to in the form ax plus by plus c equals 0, and also the second perpendicular bisector. So yung kulay asul dito sa ating pinaka-graph. The intersection of the perpendicular bisectors drawn from the two line segments will be your center. So ang center natin ay at hk. So paano naman makukuha natin yung radius? So sa radius, ko-compute natin yung distance using distance formula nung hk to any point, kahit alin dito kay point P, kay point Q, o kaya kay point R. So dito ang naka-illustrate is yung distance between center HK and point R, 10, 5. So copy natin yung graph dito sa may upper part ng ating solution. Ayan. So we're given point P, 1, -2, and point Q, 5, 4. So yung step 1 natin, pinag-connect na, and then hahanapin na natin here is yung ating midpoint nung line segment with the following endpoints. So again, sa pagkuha ng midpoint, di ba, pinagpa-plus natin yung mga x coordinates divide 2 at pinagpa-plus natin yung y coordinates niya divided by 2. Okay, so this will be your x sub 1 and your y sub 1, your x sub 2 and your y sub 2. So using the midpoint formula, so 1 plus 5 is 6 divided 2, that's equal to 3. Negative 2 plus 4 is 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. So ang midpoint nung line segment PQ ay nasa 3, 1. Okay, kunin din natin yung slope. Doon tayo sa may step 3. Sa pagkuha ng slope, we will be using the formula m equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So substitute natin sa formula 4 plus 2. So bakit siya naging plus 2? Kasi nga minus negative 2. Tama? Over 5 minus 1. Ayan. So 4 plus 2, that's equal to 6. 5 minus 1 is 4. Lowest term of 6 over 4 is 3 halves. So ito yung slope ng line segment PQ. Remember na ang slope ng line perpendicular to it, so yung given slope natin here, ang gagawin lang natin is kunin natin yung kanyang negative reciprocal. So if the slope of the line segment is 3 halves, okay, we know that the slope of the line perpendicular to it is negative 2/3. Okay, so now na meron ka ng coordinate and then you have the slope of the perpendicular line, we can now get the equation of the perpendicular bisector using the point slope form y minus y sub 1 equals m times quantity x minus x sub 1. So let's substitute now directly the following values dun sa ating formula. Thus we have, okay, so we have y minus 1 equals negative 2/3 times quantity x minus 3. So para mas madali nating masolve yung ating pinaka-equation, i-eliminate natin yung denominator na 3 dito, yung fraction dito na negative 2/3. Eliminate natin si 3 by multiplying both sides of the equation by 3, applying MPE. Okay, so magiging 3 times quantity y minus 1 equals negative 2 times quantity x minus 3. Kasi makakancel na yung 3 natin here. Now let's distribute these numbers dun sa ating binomials. 3 times y is 3y, 3 times negative 1 is negative 3 equals negative 2 times x is negative 2x, negative 2 times negative 3 equals positive 6. Okay, so kukunin natin yung equation of the perpendicular bisector, yung kulay green dito sa graph, and it must be on the form or in the form ax plus by plus c equals 0. Hence, we need to transpose itong si negative 2x tsaka si positive 6 dun sa may left side. Okay, so magiging 2x plus 3y minus 3 minus 6 equals 0. And negative 3 minus 6, that's equal to negative 9. So yung equation of the perpendicular bisector ng kulay green dito sa graph is 2x plus 3y minus 9 is equal to 0. So next na gagawin natin is kukunin din natin yung perpendicular bisector naman nung line segment QR. So using the coordinates ng mga points natin, Q we have 5, 4, R and R ang coordinates ay 10, 5. Ulitin lang natin yung ginawa natin kanina dito. So kunin natin yung kanyang midpoint, 10 plus 5 is 15, divide 2. So that's 15 halves, and then 4 plus 5 is 9, divide 2, that's 9 halves. So this is our midpoint. Kunin natin yung slope ni line segment QR using the slope formula. So that's 5 minus 4 all over 10 minus 5. So 5 minus 4 is 1, 10 minus 5 is equal to 5. So yung slope ni line segment QR is 1/5. So remember na kukunin natin is perpendicular bisector, so we get the negative reciprocal of 1/5 and that is negative 5. So kumpleto ka na, may midpoint ka na, and then you have the slope of the perpendicular line. We can now obtain our perpendicular bisector. So ulitin lang natin yung steps na ginawa natin kanina. So we use the point slope form of the equation of the line, and then we will substitute the following values. Okay, so ito yung magiging result natin. We have y minus 9 halves equals negative 5 times quantity x minus 15 halves. So gagawin muna natin, distribute natin si negative 5. So copy the left side of the equation. Negative 5 times x is negative 5x. Negative 5 times negative 15 halves, that's equal to positive 75 over 2. So para mas madaling masolve, eliminate natin yung denominator na 2 by multiplying both sides by 2. Ayan. So distribute natin itong 2 dito sa left side. 2 times y is 2y. 2 times negative 9 halves is negative 9. Sa kabila naman, 2 times negative 5x is negative 10x. And then 7 halves times 2, that's equal to 75. Or 75 over 2 times 2, that's equal to 75. Okay, so kailangan it's in the form ax plus by plus c. So ililipat natin itong mga terms na to, si negative 10x tsaka si positive 75 dun sa left side. Thus we have 10x plus 2y minus 84 equals 0. So dito, sinimplify na kagad natin kasi negative 9 minus 75 is equal to negative 84. Kung mapapansin nyo, yung equation natin dito can be reduced pa. Pwede nating i-divide nung GCF nung mga numbers na 10, 2, and negative 84. So divide natin yung equation by 2. Okay, so ito yung ating simplest form ng pinaka-equation of the perpendicular bisector. 5x plus y minus 42 is equal to 0. Okay, so base dun sa key idea natin, dahil nakuha na natin yung equations ng perpendicular bisectors, the intersection will be the coordinates of the center of our circle. So let's copy the two obtained perpendicular bisectors kanina, and then we will solve this as a system of linear equation. Ayan. So maraming paraan para ma-solve natin yung system na to. Pwedeng graphing, pwedeng elimination, pwedeng substitution, pwede ka rin gumamit ng concept ng matrices and determinants. Pero for this video tutorial, ang gagamitin lang natin dito is elimination method. Okay, so using elimination method, ang target natin here is ma-eliminate yung variable na y. So yung coefficients nila, ang goal natin dito maging additive inverses of one another or opposites. So, kailangan itong positive y ko maging negative 3y. And I can do that by multiplying the second equation by negative 3. Okay, so ito yung magiging result natin. And then, i-distribute natin si negative 3. We will have the equation negative 15x minus 3y equals negative 126. Alright, so let's add these two equations. Cancel si positive 3y tsaka si negative 3y. 2x plus negative 15x is negative 13x, and we have 9 plus negative 126 is negative 117. Now to solve for x, divide both sides by negative 13. Ayan, so magiging result natin ay x equals 9. This is the value of x or yung h coordinate ng iyong center. Para ma-solve natin yung value ng y, pwedeng pumili kahit dito sa kahit alin dito sa may equation ng perpendicular bisector. So let us just use equation 1, which is 2x plus 3y minus 9 equals 0. And then substitute the obtained value of x, which is 9, in our variable x here. Maging 2 times 9 plus 3y minus 9 equals 0. So 2 times 9 is 18 plus 3y minus 9. And then subtract 18 minus 9 is 9. And then transpose 9 to the right side, magiging negative 9. So we have 3y equals negative 9. Now solving for y, pag dinivide natin ng 3 both sides, ang y value natin is equal to negative 3. So ayun, nakuha na natin yung center. Ang center niya ay nasa 9, negative 3. So ang center of the circle is at 9, negative 3 dito sa ating pinaka-graph. Ang last step na lang natin para makuha natin yung equation ng circle, ma-determine natin yung length ng ating radius. And sa pagkuha ng length ng radius, kailangan natin kunin yung distance from the center to any point dito sa may tatlong given points natin, P, Q, R. So suppose ang gagamitin natin ay yung center and point R. So ito yung coordinates niya. So this is your x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. So using distance formula, our radius will be square root of 10 minus 9 squared plus 5. Okay, plus quantity 5 plus 3 squared. So, ginamit lang natin dito yung distance formula. Okay, so 10 minus 9 is 1 squared. Lagay natin exponent, then 5 plus 3 is 8. Next, 1 squared is 1, 8 squared is 64. So, yung radius natin here is the square root of 65 units. Now that we have the center and the radius, so madali na lang makuha yung ating equation of the circle gamit yung form na quantity x minus 8 squared plus quantity y minus k squared is equal to r squared. So substitute natin, magiging quantity x minus 9 squared plus quantity y plus 3. So naging plus 3 to kasi nga minus negative 3, squared equals yung square nung square root of 65. So we can cancel itong si square root symbol at saka yung exponent na 2 kasi 'di ba? Inverse processes naman sila of one another. Thus the equation of the circle is quantity x minus 9 squared plus quantity y plus 3 squared equals 65. Okay? So meron ako ditong practice test. Try to answer this problem sa inyong scratch paper and just see the comments doon sa video tutorial na to para makita nyo yung answer key. So paki-pause na lang yung inyong video and try to answer this one. So now let's proceed to example number 2. So let's find the equation of the circle in the general form that passes through the points. So we have P1, negative 2, Q5, R, 5, 4, and R with coordinates 10, 5. Ang kinaiba naman ng problem na to, dito ang hinahanap is yung general form ng equation ng circle. So dahil general form siya, recall lang natin na yung general form is x squared plus y squared plus dx plus ey plus f equals 0. So dito, iba naman yung technique or method na gagamitin natin dito. No? So dito, elimination method lang tayo dun sa mga equations na pwede nating makuha. Okay, so we start with the first point P with coordinates 1, negative 2. So ang gagawin lang natin dito, yung x at y mo dito, isa-substitute mo dun sa may general form. So pag sinubstitute natin siya, magiging 1 squared plus negative 2 squared plus d times 1 plus e times negative 2 plus f equals 0. So simplify mo lang to. So that's 1, ito magiging 4. And then 1 plus 4 is 5. And then transpose natin si 5 sa right, magiging d minus 2e plus f equals negative 5. This will be your equation number 1. Nakunin naman natin yung equation number 2 using the point 5, 4. So ganun din yung gagawin natin. Ito si x at y, sa-substitute mo siya dito sa my general form. So by direct substitution, ito yung ma-obtain natin na equation. And then simplify natin, 5 squared is 25, 4 squared is 16. Then 25 plus 16 is 41. So transpose si 41 sa right, magiging negative 41. So ito yung equation 2 natin, no? Using the point 5, 4. Okay, kunin natin yung equation 3 gamit yung point 10, 5. So again, ito si x at y mo, substitute mo siya sa general form. Ito yung magiging result natin. So simplify, 10 squared is 100, 5 squared is 25. Then 100 plus 25 is 125. Transpose 125 to the right, magiging ayan, 10d plus 5e plus f equals negative 125. This will be your equation number 3 na pwede nating makuha doon sa may by substituting the 3 given points. Ayan, so kopyahin natin yung mga nakuha natin na equations. So this is equation 1, equation 2, and then equation number 3. Ang gagawin natin na next is o-obtain natin yung equation 4 and equation 5 from these 3 obtained equations kanina, no? Dito magi-elimination ulit natin. So magi-elimination tayo ulit, and sa pagkakataon naman na to, i-eliminate natin yung variable na f. So kopyahin natin si equation 2 and then kopyahin natin si equation 1. So para ma-eliminate yung variable na f, pwede tayong mag-subtract na lang kaagad dito, no? So let us subtract equation 2 by equation number 1. So pag sinubtract natin ito, automatic maka-cancel na to, right? So 5d minus d is 4d, 4e minus negative 2e. So ito magiging plus. So that is equal to 6e. And then negative 41 minus negative 5 is negative 36. So yung equation na to, pwede pa nating i-reduce by dividing it by 2. So ito yung magiging result natin, 2d plus 3e equals negative 18. Ito si equation 4 natin. Kunin naman natin si equation 5, ano? So isusubtract naman natin si equation 3 by equation 2. Ayan. So pag sinubtract natin, cancel ulit itong dalawang f na to dun sa ating equations. And then 10d minus 5d is 5d. Then 5e minus 4e is e. So positive yung sign. And then negative 125 plus 41, that is negative 84. Ayan. So this is your equation number 5. So medyo close na tayo no dun sa may answer natin. Ang next na gagawin is dahil nakuha mo na si equation 4 and 5, elimination ka dito sa dalawa na to no. So kopyahin natin si equation 4 and then this is your equation 5. So ang target ko naman na ma-eliminate na variable dito is yung yung e na to no, yung variable na e na to. Ang goal ko naman dito, gusto ko maging negative 3 itong coefficient ng e para maging ano sila, opposites no. So ang gagawin ko doon is I have to multiply this equation by negative 3. Ayan. So pagka times natin to ng negative 3, we will have ito. So negative 15d minus 3e equals 252. Bakit to naging 252? Kasi negative 3 times negative 84 is positive 252. Okay, so dito okay na siya no kasi additive inverses na yung coefficients ng e natin. So cancel na siya pag inad. 2d plus negative 15d is negative 13d and negative 18 plus 252 is 234. Ayan, so this is the sum no. And then para ma-solve natin yung d, divide natin both sides of the equation by negative 13. So, ang d natin ay negative 18. Okay, so nakuha na natin yung d. Next, kunin naman natin yung value ni e. So, pwede ka namang mamili kahit kay equation 4 or kahit alin dito kay equation 4 and 5. So, suppose we will be using equation 4, 2d plus 3e equals negative 18. Gagawin natin is substitute natin yung na-solve natin na value ng d which is negative 18. We have 2 times negative 18 plus 3e equals negative 81. So multiply 2 by negative 18, that is negative 36. Then transpose negative 36 to the right side, magiging positive 36. Negative 18 plus 36 is 18. So kopyahin lang natin itong si 3e. So meron na tayong 3e equals 18. And then solving for e, so divide natin both sides by 3. Okay, ang e natin is equal to 6. So isa na lang yung kulang natin, 'di ba, para makuha yung general form. So pwede kang mamili kay equation 1, equation 2, equation 3. Dito sa may video tutorial, ang ginamit natin equation 1 which is d minus 2e plus f equals negative 5. So yung d natin kanina negative 18, yung e natin ay 6. So para ma-solve si f, i-substitute na lang natin ito and then simplify and solve for f dun sa ating equation. So by direct substitution, we have this equation and then simplify natin. Negative 2 times 6 is negative 12. Negative 18 minus 12 is negative 30. So yung negative 30 transpose dun sa right, magiging positive 30. And negative 5 plus 30 equals 25. So, ito na yung f value natin. Dahil na-complete na natin yung values ni d, ni e, at f, pwede na nating makuha yung general form ng equation ng circle natin gamit itong equation na x squared plus y squared plus dx plus ey plus f equals 0. So, substitute na lang natin itong mga values na to. We have x squared plus y squared minus 18x plus, so it should be 6. Ayun, so 6e plus 25 equals 0. So, ito yung equation ng circle natin in the general form. So, meron tayo dito ulit na practice test. Paki-pause na lang yung video tutorial na to and then try to solve this one. Yung answer key nito ay nandun sa may comment section nung ating YouTube video. So, yari na tayo sa condition 1 which is circles determined by 3 non-collinear points. So, proceed tayo sa another geometric condition. Circles can also be determined by a tangent, a point of tangency, and the line of center. So, ano ang key idea natin for this second geometric condition? So, at the point of tangency, yung radius of the circle is perpendicular to the tangent line. And if a line of center, so pag sinabi natin na line of center, this is the given line where the center of the circle lies. So if the line of center is provided, yung center is located at the intersection of, So intersection nung line of center and the perpendicular line to the tangent at the point of tangency. So ito yung illustration na binabanggit na key idea dito sa may topic na to. So di ba ito yung tangent natin, ito yung point of tangency. And then ito yung line of center natin, yung line of center natin, yung line na containing the center. Yung center natin and the point of tangency, ito yung magiging radius natin. Yung intersection nito at saka yung line of center, yun yung magiging center of our circle. So ito yung mga steps, no, na susundin natin para makuha natin yung equation ng circle. So paki-screenshot nyo na lang ito, tapos susundin na lang natin mamaya. Okay? Proceed na tayo sa example number 1. So a circle is tangent to the line 2x minus y plus 1 equals 0 at the point 2, 5. And the line of center, typo error to, no? This is on the line x plus y is equal to 9. Find the equation of the circle. So para mas maganda, gawin natin, pakita natin yung graph. So here, yung tangent natin is, ayan. So ito yung equation niya, 2x minus y plus 1 is equal to 0. So ang ginamit natin dito is, sa graphing is yung x at y intercepts niya. And then, this is the tangent, ano? Tangent to the circle. So, yung point of tangency natin ay nasa 2, 5. So, ito yung ating point of tangency. So, yung x plus y equals 9, ito yung equation ng circle kung saan makikita natin yung center of the circle. So, ito siya. So, para ma-visualize natin kung asan yung ating circle, ang gagawin natin is, we will draw a line perpendicular to the tangent 2x minus y plus 1 equals 0 at the point of tangency. So pagka nag-drawing tayo ng line perpendicular to this line at the point 2, 5, ito yung magiging itsura natin. So yung key idea na ine-emphasize kanina, yung intersection nung line of center at saka nung broken line na to, that will be your equation, that will be your center nung ating circle. So ang center ng ating circle, it should be here. Okay, ang coordinates niya ay HK. So pagka in-sketch natin yung graph ng circle, andito siya sa ating Cartesian plane. So kailangan natin ng center, so kailangan din natin ng radius. So yung radius natin ay yun dun sa ating graph para makuha natin yung equation ng ating line, equation ng ating circle rather. So kopyahin natin yung graph. Okay, so sa unang step, so kunin natin yung tangent 2x minus y plus 1 is equal to 0. So ang gagawin natin dito, kukunin natin yung slope nitong 2x minus y plus 1 is equal to 0. So para makuha yung slope, we will rewrite this in the slope-intercept form. So 2x transpose magiging negative 2x, si positive 1 transpose magiging negative 1. So solving for y, divide natin both sides or multiply both sides by negative 1, magiging y equals 2x plus 1. Okay? So here, ang slope natin ay 2. Slope ito nung tangent, yung kulay green dito sa may graph. So meaning to say, para makuha natin yung slope nung line perpendicular to it, we get the negative reciprocal of 2, which is negative 1/2. And gagamitin natin yung point of tangency na 2, 5 para makuha yung equation nung broken line na to dito sa ating graph. Using the point slope form, y minus y sub 1 equals m times quantity x minus x sub 1. Next. So substitute natin ito. So magiging y minus 5 equals, so ito magiging negative 1/2 times quantity x minus 2. So eliminate natin yung denominator na 2 by multiplying both sides by 2. So we have 2 times quantity y minus 5 equals negative times quantity x minus 2. Kasi makakancel na yung 2 na denominator. Na-distribute natin, 2 times y is 2y, 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. Negative times x is negative x, negative times negative 2 is positive 2. Okay, so isulat natin siya in the form ax plus by equals c. So ililipat lang natin si negative x dun sa left, si negative 10 naman sa right. And then we simplify. So magiging x plus 2y equals 12. Ito magiging 12 kasi ito magiging plus 10 ano. So 2 plus 10 is equal to 12. Itong x plus 2y equals 12, ito yung equation nito. Nung equation containing the radius of the circle, yung broken line dito sa ating graph. So ang next na gagawin natin is kukunin natin ang center. Tama? We can obtain the center by solving for the intersection of the line of center, itong kulay blue at saka yung broken line. Yung line of center binigay. That is given by the equation x plus y equals 9. And then ito yung nakuha natin na equation kanina, which is x plus 2y equals 12. So gagawin natin is elimination method. So para mas madali, i-eliminate na lang natin itong variable na x dito sa ating system. Ang gagawin natin, we will subtract these equations. So cancel ito at saka ito. 2y minus y is y, and then 12 minus 9 is equal to 3. So ang value ng y natin ay 3. And then pili ka dito kahit alin dito sa equations na to para ma-solve si x. So gamit yung x plus y equals 9, substitute natin si 3. So magiging x plus 3 is equal to 9. And then solving for x, ang x natin is equal to 6. Thus the center of the circle lies at 6, 3. Dahil nakuha mo na yung center and si 2, 5 ay point, no, dun sa circumference ng circle, pwede na nating makuha yung radius by calculating the distance between the center 6, 3 and the point 2, 5. So using distance formula, ito magiging solution natin. We have 2 minus 6, quantity 2 minus 6 squared plus quantity 5 minus 3 squared. So 2 minus 6 is negative 4. Negative 4 squared is 16. 5 minus 3 is 2 and 2 squared is equal to 4. So thus ang radius natin ay square root of 20 units, or in simplest form, that is 2 square root of 5 units. So dahil may center ka na in radius, we can now get the equation of the circle. Ayan, so gagamitin natin ulit itong form na to. So substitute natin itong mga to. That will become quantity x minus 6 squared plus quantity y minus 3 squared equals yung square ng square root of 20. So makakancel na tong dalawa na si square root at saka si 2. Thus we have quantity x minus 6 squared plus quantity y minus 3 squared is equal to 20. And this is the equation of the circle. Ito yung hinahanap natin. This is our final answer. So meron tayo ditong practice test. Paki-pause na lang yung ating video tutorial. Paki-try na lang to sa inyong scratch paper. Yung answers dito sa problem na to ay makikita doon sa ating comment section. So proceed na tayo sa last part ng ating discussion. Circles determined by a circumscribed triangle. Pag sinabing circumscribed triangle, yung triangle yung nasa labas, no? So kinapapalooban niya yung given circle natin. So ano yung key idea natin sa topic na to? So if you construct, no, the angle bisectors of the triangle, ito yung mga angle bisectors niya, yung broken lines dito. So if you construct the angle bisectors of the triangle, the intersection is called the incenter. Ang tawag sa intersection ng mga angle bisectors ng triangle ay incenter. So the incenter is the center of the inscribed circle. Yung incenter daw na to, yung point na to ay yung center nung circle na nasa loob nung triangle. So to find naman the radius, ang ika-calculate natin ay distance from any of the sides. So yung sides natin na to ay equations of lines from distance from any of the sides of the triangle to the center of the circle. So para ma-solve natin yon, gagamit tayo ng directed distance or distance from a line to a point na previous topic natin. So ito yung mga steps, no, sa pagkuha ng equation ng circle. So paki-screenshot na lang and then paki-intindi na lang or paki-sunod na lang yung mga steps na to. So proceed na kagad tayo sa ating example. So a triangle has its sides on the lines x plus 2y minus 5 equals 0, 2x minus y minus 10 equals 0, and 2x plus y plus 2 equals 0. Let us find the equation of the circle inscribed in the triangle. Okay, so ang gagawin natin para mabilis tayo, i-plot or i-graph natin yung mga equations ng lines na to. Ayan. So, ito yung mga graph ng mga given equations of lines. So, yung graph niya ay makaka-form ng isang triangle. Ayan. So, paki-try na lang, paki-check na lang kung tama yung pagkakagraph niya using the x and y intercepts. Ayan. So, ang key idea natin, ang gagawin natin is kukunin natin yung mga angle bisectors. Actually, at least 2 naman ang kailangan. So, dalawang angle bisectors lang. So, halimbawa, ito siya, yung broken line na blue. So, in the form ax plus by plus c equals 0. And yung broken line na green na to, in the form ax plus by plus c equals 0. So, yung intersection nung dalawang angle bisectors na to, actually, kung magdodrawing ka pa dito, yun din yung magiging intersection ng tatlong angle bisectors. Ang tawag natin ulit dito ay the in-center. Diba? And yung in-center, that will serve as the center of our inscribed circle. Ayun. So, ito po yung hinahanap natin. So, makuha natin dapat yung dalawang angle bisectors and then kunin natin intersection nun. Kaya yun na yung magiging center. Para makuha naman yung radius natin, kakalculate natin yung distance from the line here to the center of the circle. So, let us copy our graph. So, kunin muna natin yung angle bisector ni x plus 2y minus 5 equals 0 and 2x minus y minus 10 equals 0. So, alin siya dito sa ating graph yung kinukuha? So, yung angle bisector na tinutukoy na to is yung kulay, ito, yung kulay green dito sa ating pinaka-graph. So, para makuha natin yan, di ba, concept ng locus of points yung gagamitin mo sa kanya. So, gagamit ka ng formula ng directed distance from a line to a point. Tama? Okay. So, ito po yung magiging solution natin. Okay. So, we have x plus 2y minus 5 all over yung square root ng 1 squared plus 2 squared. And then negative. Bakit po siya negative? So, dito, negative siya kasi nga, di ba, yung point na to, halimbawa, ito yung point na yon, di ba? Yung point na to ay nasaan? Nandun sa may negative side nung x plus 2y minus 5 equals 0. Kaya yung directed distance niya negative. Okay, ito naman sa kabila, we have, so ito yung 2x minus y minus 10. Okay, so all over yung square root ng a squared plus b squared. So ito siya. Ang nakalagay din dito negative. Bakit siya negative? Kasi nga, yung point na to ay nandoon din sa may left side ng ating equation, right? So ang directed distance niya should be negative. Simplify natin itong mga to. So, we have 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 2 squared is 4, and quantity negative 1 squared is equal to positive 1. So, 1 plus 4 is 5. So, ito magiging square root of 5. 4 plus 1 magiging 5. So, this is square root of 5. Okay. So, nawala na yung ating negative. Bakit nawala na yung negative? Kasi, di ba, negative dito tsaka negative doon. So, pag nag-divide ka ng negative 1 o nag-times ka ng negative 1 sa magkabilang sides ng iyong equation, magiging positive na siya. So, from here, i-cross multiply natin. By cross multiplication, ito siya. So, this expression times square root of 5, ayun siya. This expression times square root of 5, ito siya. Okay. So, instead na mag-distribute, dahil may square root of 5 ka sa magkabilang side ng equation, i-cancel na lang natin ito. Kasi pag dinivide mo siya ng square root of 5, makakancel na siya, magiging 1. So, ang matitira natin ay x plus 2y minus 5 equals 2x minus y minus 10 equals 0. So, kailangan makuha natin yung equation na to, di ba? So, ilipat natin lahat itong mga terms na to dun sa left side. And then we simplify. So, x minus 2x is negative x. 2y plus y equals 3y or positive 3y. Negative 5 plus 10 is positive 5. Okay, so kailangan positive yung simula. So times natin ng negative yung pinaka-equation, magiging x minus 3y minus 5 equals 0. So ito yung kulay green. Ito, yung angle bisector na to. Ang next naman na kukunan natin ng angle bisector is yung kulay blue. So ano po yung mga equations na kailangan natin? Yung angle bisector na to, ang kailangan is this equation, this line at saka yung this line. Okay, so ito siya. So ang gagamitin natin ay angle bisector of 2y plus y plus 2 equals 0 and 2x minus y minus 10 equals 0. So yun pa rin yung concept na gagamitin natin, yung distance from a line to a point. Directed distance from a line to a point. Okay. So gamitin natin yung formula noon. Ito yung magiging solution natin. Okay. So kung ito yung point niya, bakit ito positive? Bakit yung directed distance positive? Kasi 'di ba, yung point na to ay nasa positive side nung line na to. Kaya yung directed distance niya positive. Ito naman negative. Kasi 'di ba ito yung line na yon na 2y minus y minus 10. Nasa left side siya, 'di ba, no ating line, kaya the directed distance is negative. So ito yung A, ito yung B mo, ito yung A, ito yung B. Okay, so simplify natin. 2 squared is 4, 1 squared is 1, 4 plus 1 is 5. 2 squared is 4, negative 1 squared is 1, 4 plus 1 equals 5. Okay, so may na matitirang negative tayo dito. So cross multiply tayo. Okay? Pag nag-cross multiply tayo, magkakaroon ka ng negative, di ba? So negative pa rin ito. Pwede na nating makancel si square root of 5 dito. So pag nag-times ka kasi ng square root of 5 sa magkabilang side of equations, makakancel na siya. So negative andun pa rin. Ingat lang sa negative kasi i-distribute mo siya to each term nung trinomial natin sa right side. So distribute natin ito. That will become negative 2x plus y plus 10. So, i-rewrite natin ito in the form ax plus by plus c. I-transpose natin to lahat and simplify. 2x plus negative 2x plus 2x is 4x. Y minus y, that's 0. And then 2 minus 10 is equal to negative 8. So, we have 4x minus 8 equals 0. Pwede pa natin itong i-reduce by dividing the equation by 4. So, x minus 2 is equal to 0. So, eto na yung dalawang equations ng ating angle bisectors. So, para makuha natin yung center, kukunin natin yung dalawang angle bisectors and isa-solve natin sila as a system of linear equation in two variables. Ayan. So, we have x minus 3, y minus 5 equals 0 and then x minus 2 equals 0. So, isolve natin using, pwede na siguro dito, substitution method na lang. Dahil ito, x minus 2 equals 0, pwede na nating isolve si x dito. So, ang x natin equals 2. And then, yung 2 na to, is-substitute natin dun sa x minus 3, y minus 5 para ma-solve si y. So, substitute si 2 kay x, magiging 2 minus 3, y minus 5 equals 0. Okay, so 2 minus 5 is negative 3. So, negative 3y minus 3 equals 0. Transpose negative 3, magiging positive 3. Solving for y, divide both sides of the equation by negative 3. So, ang y natin ay negative 1. So, therefore, yung center niya ay nasa 2, negative 1. So, kung titingnan mo dito sa graph, mukha namang accurate, yung graph natin, mukha ngang 2, negative 1 yung center nung inscribed circle. Last step na to, so kukunin na lang natin yung radius ng circle gamit yung distance, by calculating the distance nung center to the line x plus 2y minus 5 equals 0. Pwede rin naman tong gamitin, yung isang line na to, o kaya pwede ito. Pero sa tutorial na to, ang gagamitin natin ito, yung equation lang na to. So, given we have x plus 2y minus 5 equals 0, ang center natin ay nasa 2, negative 1. So, kunin natin ang radius gamit ang distance from a line to a point. Dahil distance na siya, hindi na siya directed distance, so gagamitan na natin siya ng absolute value. So we have r equals the absolute value of x plus 2y minus 5 all over the square root of 1 squared plus 2 squared. So yung a and b ito Ang gagawin natin, substitute natin itong 2 at saka negative 1 kay x at saka kay y. So magiging r equals absolute value of 2 plus 2 times negative 1 minus 5. Okay, so 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. So we have absolute value of this expression over 1 plus 4 equals 5. So ito magiging square root of 5. So 2 minus 2 minus 5. So 2 minus 2 is 0. 0 minus 5 is negative 5. And the absolute value of negative 5 is 5 over square root of 5. So ito yung ating radius. Now, isimplify natin ito by rationalizing our expression 5 over square root of 5. Para mas rationalize, we will multiply the fraction by the square root of 5 over square root of 5. So 5 times square root of 5 is 5 square root of 5. Square root of 5 times square root of 5 is square root of 25 or 5. So ang magiging resulting expression natin dito is 5 square root of 5 over 5. Yung 5 square root of 5 over 5, makakancel si 5. Kaya ang r natin magiging square root of 5 na lang. So meron ka ng center and radius, madali na lang kunin yung equation ng ating circle. Substitute na lang natin dito sa ating center radius form. So thus our equation will be quantity x minus 2 squared plus quantity y plus 1 squared equals 5. So I hope clear sa inyo yung ating video tutorial. Meron ulit tayo ditong practice test. Pakitry na lang sagutan sa inyong scratch paper. And please, see the comments dun sa para makita nyo yung answer to this problem. And that ends our video tutorial. Thank you for watching.